This is Erica with Launching Legacies. Welcome to our daily devotional. Today we are going to finish our devotional series on the dramatic distractions, and we're going to talk about using the strong silent approach to drama. Okay, so there are many approaches that people use to get out of dramatic situations or away from dramatic people. Most of those involve running far, far away. Okay, but we don't want to be people who do that, and the reason why is because sometimes that means escaping the comfort of our life, the benefits that life has afforded us, and we don't want to be people who just run away and escape and get out of here, and then we have to avoid people or don't interact with people, and actually there's a measure of unwellness in that, right? And so we want to be clear that when we are dealing with drama or dramatic situations, we want to get into a position in which we're able to be living our regular life, engaging in our regular circumstances, but we have the strength and the wisdom to know how to do it and how to engage and how to disengage. Because let's take this example for a ride. When we see people who are gossiping or doing something inappropriate, and they bring it to us with the excitement or the intent that we're going to be a part of it, and we don't respond or we don't react, what do they typically do? They typically go away, right? After trying to get us to engage, like, oh, can you believe that, this, that, and the other, ha, ha, ha. And if you're just there like, not really responding, not engaging in it, they will typically leave because they'll be uncomfortable, or they'll change the subject, which is leaving that dysfunctional space, right? They'll go out of that space because the whole intention of a dramatic person is to engage and to cajole you into this process of banter or whatever type of thing is going on. And so if they can't bring you in, then typically they'll leave out. They'll leave out of that part of the conversation. They'll leave out that type of behavior, or they'll leave your presence because they really don't know how to get what they're looking for, or you're not giving it to them. And so it's important that we're not being runners. If we're well, we don't need to run away from people or run away from situations. We need to be able to be there and be strong and be quiet when it's time to be quiet, and then just say, well, that seems inappropriate, or that doesn't seem right, or something about this doesn't seem wholehearted or authentic, or somehow there's a mean-spirited concept here, or maybe this seems a little bit more involved than I want to be in. And take a stance against the drama without having to run away. Definitely don't become a part of it by engaging or bantering back and forth, or even making judgments, just saying that doesn't seem appropriate for me. I'm not interested in getting involved in that right now. Okay, yeah, I'm not, okay, no. And then if you can't do that, then just be quiet. And they'll say, well, what's wrong with you? You don't have anything to say? But no, I don't really have anything to say about that. Okay, that ability to be quiet, to be strong silent, right? To be strong silent is very rare. People don't often exercise that ability, but when used, it's extremely powerful. That's why this strong silent type is so attractive to people, because it's extremely powerful. It's understated, it's without all the hoopla and the goings on, and it doesn't involve you needing to put people in a position that is uncomfortable for you or for them. You're just going to literally not engage in that inappropriate behavior and let the time pass that needs to pass in order for that person to be made well in that area. And if they don't do it, if they're not quick to do it, what they'll definitely be quick to do is not engage you. Because over time, a person who's dramatic that cannot engage others in drama gets bored and goes to find something else to try to engage people in, or something else to do with their life. And maybe they'll come to you wondering why you're not engaged as much, and you'll get the opportunity to say, sometimes it seems a little bit over the top. Sometimes it seems a little bit inappropriate. Sometimes it seems like it's dramatic, and maybe they don't know that. And maybe this will be your opportunity, because they'll come to you wanting to know why you're not doing what they're doing. The underlying lesson here, when we look at dramatic dramatics and the distraction of dramatics is to really understand that people who create drama, for one, they're real. They're not fictional. They're drama kings and drama queens are definitely real life people and things that we deal with all the time. They're typically broken people, and we're sorry for their brokenness, but we're also more disappointed in the choices that they make to become more dramatic and more explosive or difficult to handle. However, they are absolutely able to be managed within the context of a person's life. And the way that we manage them is just by disengaging in whatever it is they're trying to do. So some people create drama by lying and creating these kind of falsehoods, elaborate falsehoods, possibly. And they create these elaborate falsehoods. But if you know that that's their tendency, if you know that they create falsehoods, then you can't take everything that they say on face value, because they create falsehoods. And so you don't even have to engage deeply into those types of details when they're doing it. So I know people who typically have a problem with being untrue, and they'll say things or reframe the situation or the story to fit their fancy, or to make it more dramatic, or whatever their reasoning is. And even when they do that, because you know that this is their tendency, you just pull back from engaging in the details and instead of letting yourself become emotional and, oh my goodness, I can't believe 10 times, that's exactly what they're looking for. Okay. So you don't even respond to that. You just say, oh, that's unfortunate. If you say anything, right? Again, sometimes it's just nothing. You say nothing. It's like, keep going. Why? Because the lie has no value if it doesn't get the response that they're looking for. And so as we start to navigate situations with drama, instead of being resentful or angry or frustrated with the people who are dramatic, recognize that they're not well. Recognize that you are still in control of your choices as much as they're in control of theirs. And one of your choices can be to just stand there and let them be accountable for their own behavior on their own. And so we talked about this before, and I said, if you're the person that's creating the drama, recognize that a person who's habitually lying or habitually gossiping or habitually bringing others into a situation, you are not well. And the lack of wellness probably is a big deterrent to many people. And so we want to help you to become accountable to your actions. And maybe this devotional series will help you in that regard. And maybe it won't, because you don't see it fully yet. But if people are unable to respond and engage with you appropriately, there's a sign that something is off there. And you may want to spend some time in exploration and prayer and figure out what it is that's happening that might cause these people to do this. If you know that you're hopeless, if you know that you're bored, if you know that you struggle with feeling like a victim and feeling like you need to get some way of excitement or power or control back into your life, and you engage in such behavior, then you could be the drama queen or the drama king. And that's okay. But how do we make a change? How do we turn this over? Because people start to be quiet when you're speaking, but never really want to engage with you, is a sign that there may be something that's off here. And we're hoping that that alarming feeling will elicit change towards healing. We never want to forget to pray for people, though. We never want to abandon them in that place. And so even though people can be dramatic, emotional, and they can have a whole gamut of behaviors and whatnot that seem inappropriate to us, we want to be strong in prayer. And if that's our silence, is where we're praying for them while they're doing inappropriate things, so be it. But as long as we are not going to become part of the problem, then we're going to end up being part of the solution. So think of it that way. Rejecting them doesn't really help. Standing there, being silent, allowing them to be accountable for what they're saying. Maybe they don't even hear themselves, and because you're engaging with them so quickly, let them hear what they're saying. Let them see what they're doing. And if in that process they come to a place of betterment and healing or restoration, or just even accountability for their actions, then we've done a good job, because we're not going to be the teachers of every person. We're not going to be the people who are going to help everybody climb the mountain. But sometimes we can be the support that they need while they become accountable for their own actions on their own, through their own behavior and through the environment that we create, while we learn to be the strong silent types in the midst of drama and distractions. Not letting ourselves be distracted, but letting that distraction go past us into a place in which it creates a benefit for those who are involved. Well, we're done with this devotional series, but I want to remind you that we're praying for you. We're praying for you that you would heal from broken places in your life, that you would live a life that's restored and renewed, and that you would grow as you live that life, that you would grow strong and that you would bear good fruit for those who are around you. We are hoping that you will continue to pray for us as Launching Legacies, because we do need your prayer. We need direction and guidance from the Lord. And so if you would agree with us from that, in those areas, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful. And we will see you again tomorrow with another devotional series. It'll be very mini series because tomorrow is Friday, but we'll be back tomorrow with another devotional. Until then, please be blessed and continue to think about disengaging from the drama. Goodbye.